food security, let's turn attention to tech now. And tech startups in Africa have a chance to reshape the continent's trajectory by becoming creators rather than mere beneficiaries of artificial intelligence. Well, I spoke to Mumbi Ndung'u on the economic power of AI and how the youth can latch on.
I think first and foremost, I just want to say I'm extremely excited just to be here, because for the first time, and even when coming in today, I was extremely excited because it was showing the intention. For the first time around, I feel like we are extremely included in such conversations at the beginning of it, not at the end. And I think this plays a critical role, especially for Africa, because everyone is looking to us for talent. At what we do at Powerland Project, that's our main goal, to make sure that we have quality capacity, ensure that our young Africans, especially in the technology field, are globally competitive. And so being in this summit and in this room and seeing all this commitment made by head of state, of course led by His Excellency Paul Kagame, is extremely, extremely empowering to see. And I'm really excited to go back home, to go back to Kenya and see how we can advance these conversations. And for the first time, make sure that our people are not only beneficiaries, but they're actually creators of artificial intelligence.
Excellent. And one of the big issues right now facing the continent is that AI is not only a buzzword, but the young people are literally jumping onto it. I just want to know, how is the AI adoption so far from your experience? What are you seeing in the marketplace? And at the same time, where are the gaps for investors?
So I think AI adoption has been quite tremendous, especially being led by young people, which we know forms a huge demographic of the continent. And for me, this plays in two ways. One, it's extremely exciting to see, because that means we have a great opportunity to define the narrative of Africa. That has always been, we are always the beneficiaries. For the first time, we're in a space where we can be leading these conversations. But on the other side, I feel like the extent at which, or the extent at which AI is being adopted could also pose a huge challenge in terms of the adoption, in terms of quality of talent, for one, and then skilling. So I'm looking at generally our education systems and how we operate. We're not moving fast enough to make sure that our young people are adopting AI as fast as possible. If I look at it also in terms of governance, because it's a very new space for a lot of people, we still don't have the right structures in terms of governance of AI. And with that comes a lot of challenges as well. And we've seen it happening across board from the financial sector to health sector to use of social media. It's cutting across board. I think the core challenges for investors, I look at it from a point of data, because African data is not as aggregated. And it's a big challenge, especially even with our governments. Much as there are commitments that are being made, the intentionality of implementation is not as, it's not as critical as it should be. Yet this data is what we need to use to make some of the critical decisions, especially around our governance, education. At this particular point, if I just look at our young people, so just give you an example of what we do at Powerland Project, where we provide scholarships to train young people in technology. And you'd see that at one point where we open a call for applications, we have over 15,000, 20,000 young people applying for this particular scholarship. That shows you the opportunity, the hunger and the need is there. But then the capacity versus that, it's not matching on, it's not equivalent. And I think this poses a huge question to our governments, to our private sector. How do we now ensure that we are providing the resources that are required, especially to support young people, to come into this space, young African people? And how do we also take control of this narrative so that we become creators, we ensure that our talent is globally competitive, and also we ensure that our data is sovereign?
We end it there. Thanks for watching. For more on our news,